You're just addicted to it. On Instagram particularly, there's so much about mental health and people being really open about it. So I think it's a really good thing to be able to use that platform in that sort of way.
Yeah. I do understand that social media is a positive reel of your life, so you aren't seeing the reality.
It's half fun, half really stressful.
Yeah.
And then when you post it and you're like, come on, like likes, like get in there, and they don't. And that's really stressful.
I think it's great, and I think as much as people do, I know you get lots of people who are like developing anxiety and comparing their lives with people through social media. I think it's a great way to open up the conversation as well, so people are less embarrassed about talking about it, whether they're joining in on hashtags. It does bring people together.
As well as it being very good, it's also a very evil platform. It can cause a lot of problems and falling out and people feeling insecure.
A lot of comparison, sometimes like that's a lot stressful if we're just scrolling.
Sometimes inspired, I think, but a lot of the time it's a bit like, I want to up my game a bit, and it makes me feel a bit self-conscious.
They want now, everybody wants the things at the moment.
Why do you compare your worst moments to someone else's best? Because that's true, like when we're annoyed, when we're fed up, when we're just bored, we just keep scrolling down on news feeds.
I think that can reduce like self-confidence.
Instagram and places like that are like a great platform for work and good things, but there's also a whole nother side to it that I think is the side that people sometimes neglect.
With males, I think they like to play up to the social media, and then when you actually see them in person, they're not that person. Girls do it as well, and I think that's where catfishing comes along quite a lot.
When someone comments something and you know it's meant for you.
I think we're actually in the time we are now, I think it's harder for people to be happy. And social media, I think, is one of the reasons.
I'm quite cautious now because I know if I use it too much that it does affect me.
I overthink everything all the time, so that's why I just try to stay off it because it drives me insane.
For anyone to comment on anything, there's a lot of, I suppose, judgment and hate.
Yeah, you don't understand what people are saying. If you're so annoying, you're saying that sarcastically, you're saying that as a joke, do you mean it?
We get an idea that actually other people's lives are much better than they actually are. It's very, very fake, but it's easy to forget that.
It's a way of finding out news articles and stuff that's going on, like my mum said, but other than that, it's just a bit of a waste of time. I think it's just a bit of a brain killer.
You can feel inadequate.
When you're on the Discover page of Instagram and you see all these models, it really tears you down, and you're just sitting there in bed. Yes, my life. But I always try and think, that it probably isn't. They probably edited it. There's probably so many things behind it that you don't know, and you just kind of have to think, I'm me. I have to love me for who I am and whatnot. It's hard.
I'm really old-fashioned in the way that I want to communicate face-to-face or over the phone. Call me and have a 5-minute chat rather than have a 5-day-long conversation in text.
I like to make people happy, so being able to send them little things and little pictures or emojis or whatever, it's nice.
There's a lot of good things to come out of it. I think young people, especially if you don't have Facebook, for example, you can't necessarily find out about events. You connect to each other, so I don't think it's bad in that respect. But like many things, there's good things about it and bad things about it, and unfortunately I think the bad things can be really detrimental, especially when it comes to mental health.